Hello and welcome to Real Girl Puberty. I'm Crystal Gazaiden, puberty survivor turned puberty ally. And I'm on a mission to help moms and girls thrive through puberty. Welcome to part 3 of the 4 puberty conversations you should be having with your tween daughter, but probably aren't miniseries. If you missed out on the first 2 episodes, I'll leave a link in the notes so you can catch up there. And remember, if you're not sure how to start these conversations, Real Girl Puberty has you covered. It just so happens that we have a magazine issue dedicated to each of the 4 topics. We've talked about confidence and independence and why it's important to proactively support your tween girl as she builds and maintains these skills. This week, we're going to talk about a topic that's not often considered when talking about puberty: sports. So what in the world do sports have to do with puberty? Stay with me here. I promise they're related. Remember way back in the first episode when we talked about the drastic drop in girls' confidence? Participation in sports also significantly drops during the puberty years. Most research points to a lack of access to sports, peer pressure, or the lack of funding to continue playing sports for girls. But I have another hunch, and it is a hunch based on personal experience. So, like I just said, research shows that tween and teen girls drop out of sports because their access gets cut off, either due to a lack of opportunities. Maybe once they switch to middle school, high school, they don't have the same sport opportunities as when you're playing like a community league, or because of financial reasons. And another reason was because of peer pressure. If a girl's friends are no longer playing, then she won't continue either. Makes sense. But what nobody is talking about is the role that puberty plays in a girl's decision to play sports. This series is turning into a memoir of sorts, but I can't help it because I have a lot of experience in the puberty area, and especially experience in the challenges that puberty can bring on. I happen to be a former female athlete. Baseball and softball were my life before puberty hit. I genuinely thought that I can grow up and be the first female Major League Baseball player. Not that I was even that good at the sport, but I loved the game. There are multiple reasons why puberty killed my sports career and why it might impact your daughters as well. So let's start talking about what nobody else is talking about. The first thing that can have an impact on your daughter's participation in sports is growing breast. Developing breasts are a pretty obvious sign that puberty is starting, and it can gain girls some unwanted attention. That attention can be real or just a fear in her head. Either way, the changing body is front of mind when playing sports. For me, this showed up whenever I was at bat. So I grew up in the desert of Los Angeles, and it was really, really windy, especially during the summer. So the wind would blow my jersey against my developing bust, and I felt so exposed. I couldn't handle the stress of it, so I actually stopped raising the bat as a way to stop the feeling. It didn't work, and it completely killed my batting average. Another challenge is periods. Have you ever tried sliding into third while on your period? Or running track, doing roundoffs, the splits, or anything that's really physical? Of course, girls shouldn't be dropping out of sports because of their periods, but what if we talked about it? What if there were conversations happening so girls could feel more empowered by what their bodies can do as it develops instead of shrinking because of it? And what if we could help our girls manage these physical things? Like, okay, you're afraid of your having a leak when you're sliding into third, but what if you wear period underwear? I mean, unfortunately, that wasn't a thing back in my day, but it is a thing now. We are having more and more resources and products that can help girls. So they don't know that unless we have those conversations with them and we can work it out. And another thing that really impacts a girl's ability to want to stay into sports is the body changes. Puberty is an awkward time. Along with breasts and periods, there's also growth spurts, skin changes, and sweating in unmentionable places. That's a lot to have on your mind while trying to keep your head in the game. So honestly, I'm really not surprised that so many girls drop out of sports during this time, but I am surprised about the lack of conversations on this topic. So what is the solution? You can probably say it with me by now, but the solution to keep our girls in sports is talking about it and being proactive. Help your daughter embrace the changes that puberty brings on. She doesn't need to become BFFs with her period or be super excited to wear a bra, but she should be able to accept the changes and work with them. Some ways to work with the changes are mindset related, while others are manageable through finding the right product or resource, like period panties. Like, I suffered with sweaty armpits for a good 10 years before I knew it only took a quick visit to the doctor to get prescription deodorant. I haven't had a problem with that since. Another solution is to find a coach. If you think your daughter might be struggling with managing her changing body, get help. There are some great youth coaches out there that specialize in helping your daughter embrace her body and all of the life changes that puberty brings on. I know a few of them, so please reach out to me if you need any recommendations. And you can also build your own support team. Make sure to keep an eye on our Instagram page for details on how to join the ultimate support team, which is the upcoming Puberty Party for Moms community. The Puberty Party for Moms is a community where you'll be able to connect and learn and grow together with other moms while supporting your daughter through the challenges of puberty and beyond. For more support and ideas on how to keep your daughter in the game, make sure to check out the sports issue of Real Girl Puberty magazine and come back next week when we'll be discussing the fourth and final puberty conversation that you should be having with your tween girl, but probably aren't. Puberty. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.